Van life is never predictable. In this episode, we're going to take you through our first week on the road in Malaysia, from the relaxing, to meeting new friends, to navigating the van in different park-up settings, to dealing with some problems. It's all go. Good morning from Melaka. We are here. This is our first kind of sightseeing day here in the city, and we're going to take you with us as we go on a walking tour. Melaka is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and so a huge part of our tour was spent in the old Chinese quarter. Our guide was brilliant. He taught us stuff, he was a great explainer, and my favourite kind of tour guide. We went to the usual assortment of temples and mosques and churches and things, but we also just managed to learn so much about this great spot, and we think it's definitely worth a visit. When we do walking tours, we do the type where you tip the guide based on what you think the tour was worth. Our guide, Imran, was a local. He showed us where he grew up, and the love of his city came through everything that he was talking about. So we're back in the van, having done a morning walk tour around Melaka. How'd you find it?
The guide was awesome, and we were very fortunate. We also were in the presence of a Swiss couple as well. So
hi Joelle, hi Alice. We'll put Imran's guru walk link below just in case you want to do it. Malaka's cool. It's a really nice city.
It's the history, actually. That was what I really enjoyed.
But we've made a choice that we're actually going to leave Melaka and we're going to go a bit further south, and you might be thinking, gosh, you're rushing. Little bit, but we also are very keen to get up to the eastern side and really explore some beaches. So we're going to leave Melaka. So we've only spent kind of a day or so here. There's plenty to do. You can come and explore different museums, things like that. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is kind of a living museum in that sense, and definitely worth a visit.
Yeah. Especially if you see Imran.
Especially if you see Imran. He was a great guide. So again, if you're looking to come here, check out his tour on Guru Walks. It's in the description. And we'll now take you down the coast with us.
Yeah.
Bit bumpy, baby?
I don't know what I got ourselves into, but all part of the adventure.
Turn right.
Suppose we were going to a historical kind of place, so I guess we'll find out shortly.
Over there somewhere?
Over there somewhere.
Okay, this is where we've pulled in.
Yeah.
We think this is going to be our spot for the night, so we'll put up some curtains. God knows we could even get out the chairs.
I chose this place really because Megan wanted to find somewhere in between where we could have a break. Looked on the Google Maps, and then it just said a historical monumental site, which I haven't seen, unless it's maybe up there. But as you can see, it's very secluded. It's not too far from the water, just over there. There's no one here. We're still about an hour and a half away from the southern tip of Malaysia, which is kind of where the start point is that I want to be, but it closes in about half an hour, so we're not going to make that. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm thinking we should just stay here. This is what having this van allows us to do, just this randomness and just going with it, so yay.
Where we've ended up. Nice little beach. Not bad.
Yeah.
Like Darryl was saying, this is one of the advantages of van life and all the hassles that we've had with getting the van to Malaysia. It's times like this and I'm like, yeah, kind of worth it. Eggs. Gosh, they don't take long to cook, do they? Oh, look at this.
Morning team.
Where are we off to?
We're off to the very southern tip of Malaysia. Should take us, I think, about an hour and 40 minutes, which is about 90 k's away. So
we'll get there about what time?
just before 11 o'clock.
We had breakfast, hung out here this morning, and the sun's just starting to peek through, so it's definitely time to leave, get the aircon cranking. So while we're here, Southern, Eastern, Northern, who knows, we might make it to the Western. Do it all the ways, baby. So here we are. We made it.
Yeah, the southernmost tip of mainland Asia.
So everywhere from here is north. So while we've been in Kuala Lumpur for 4.5 weeks, this is our official, unofficial start.
Starting point,
Yeah. All right, let's go north. We've just pulled into downtown Johor Bahru. Darryl has expertly parked the van.
Tried to, but thankfully Megan found an open-air space because obviously we can't go into car parking buildings.
No. So this is not necessarily like a place we really wanted to come, but we were like, hey, it's here, we may as well. We're going to go and find some lunch and then find somewhere to work for a little bit in the cool, in the aircon. So when we last saw you, we were in Johor Bahru, and we've decided this is where we're going to stay tonight, where we're going to head out to the beach. But it was getting dark and getting late. We're hungry, and so this is us settling in for the night.
Just cooking dinner.
No just about it. Look at this guy. Look at this. Wow. You may not know this, but Darryl used to be a chef once upon a time. So van meals. We have popped into a car park by a lake. I'll drop a pin in the map, and we found this on Park for Night just as we were leaving town. So that's one of the 2 apps that we're using here in Malaysia, and we have picked the spot because it's free, there's no height restrictions, and it's pretty good. It's not too hot tonight. You'll notice we're not sweating bullets. It's about, what, 28 degrees? 27, 28? Yeah, something like that at the moment. So it's a bit getting a bit steamy in the van with the cooking, but that will go soon. And I think we're just going to have a quiet night, maybe just watching some YouTube. So it's day 4 of our Malaysian road trip, and we've just left Johor Bahru and we're heading east. But look at this mean bridge. Singapore's over there. I think we're on the road, on the border between Malaysia and Singapore, but I could be wrong. We're heading east because we're heading to the beach. So I want to go swimming. How are you feeling about driving in Malaysia?
Yeah, it's relatively straightforward. Just probably only things I find hard is sometimes it's the speed changes. Sometimes it's normally pretty clear when it reduces down, but I don't find it too clear on when the speed increases once you clear. Like for example, you leave a town or something like along those lines.
We've done quite a lot of Googling and ChatGPTing of what the different road signs mean, because everything's written in Bahasa Malay, which makes sense, but we don't know what the words mean. So we're like, oh, that one's caution, that one's speed limit, you know, so we're figuring those out as we go as well. That one just said we're exiting a zone. So I don't know what the zone was for, but that's alright.
Roadworks.
Maybe roadworks, yeah. Lots of roadworks along here. We've pulled up at this beach. We're planning to be here for some period of time. I want to swim, I want to shower. There's showers over there apparently. Yeah, we might be here a night, 2 nights, we'll just see. This is our setup. So we're all ready to go. Hello, Darryl. And then this is our beach. I'm going to be going for a swim in a few seconds. Lettuce, tomatoes, cheese. So even though food is incredibly cheap in Malaysia, there's something about having meals with us so that we can just go nowhere, park up, be set up, and not have to leave to go and get dinner. Down here on the beach there are some stalls. In fact, right next to us there are some stalls where I think food gets sold, but clearly not on a Monday night. You want to be a van cat? Oh no 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 no! Caesar would kill us. Oh, you're cute though. This is our third day here down in Johor. I really need to figure out how to say that name of the region that we're staying in, and this is our second spot. So where we left you, we were what, probably 40 k's further down the road, but we have pulled up at another beach. This is Jason Beach, and it looks pretty nice. See? How many? 60 k's. So we don't really have big plans. We're just kind of winging it, seeing where we feel like going, and there was no reason we left the other place. It was really nice. Yesterday we just had a really quiet day. Hey?
Yeah, just it was a bit quite rainy.
Yeah, it rained yesterday, and we were just mainly in the van. So we've just come up the road a little bit, and after we stay here, we don't know. A couple of things about this camping space. It's on the beach. We're just in the public car park. There is a bathroom over there. It's 50 ringgit cents to use it every time, so I don't think we'll be using it. And then there's these little gazebo type things just over here. But we are all ready for the cooling effects of being all locked in, and then Darryl's got the back door and the side door open for a bit of ventilation. Me, I'm going to have an afternoon snack, and then I'm getting in that ocean. Jellyfish and all. It's later on that evening and a rainstorm came through. We have 2 leaks in the van. This one is one that we knew about, that we'd had a little leak before, but we'd never actually seen it, and so Darryl spent a lot of time here just catching the water in a bucket and replacing it. And we also had a leak caused by the damage in the van. It's 2:34 in the morning and we have a problem. So I didn't film this, but last night we had rain, and then we had rain coming in through different parts of the roof, which we think is partly connected to the damage on the roof. And then this has been going for what? I don't know, when did it start here? About midnight? It was 12. So we had rain coming in here last night, which it's not supposed to. This is the front Maxi fan, and it's just going nuts. And so I was trying to convince Darryl we could just put in some headphones and ignore it and stop the beeping and the whatever. But he's right, we're going to have to do something about this. So doing something about this means going into the back and hopefully just pulling out a fuse, which should stop whatever's causing this short circuiting. We actually have to take everything out. That's why I didn't want to do it. Ugh. Quite dark and quite hard to see, but we're taking the bikes out, and then we'll probably have to remove the snowboards to get to the fuse box, which is at the back. I can hold. Do you know which fuse?
Yep. Trying to be positive. Well, the worst case scenario is that everything's just fucked and
The whole van roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the worst case scenario.
Oh, let's just chuck these bikes back in here and yeah,
go bed.
Mm.
So van life is not always super amazing and fun. Sometimes it's a bit hard. So this might be completely random, but this is what happens sometimes when you're travelling. We've made some friends today, Aina and Padun, and they've invited us to come and stay at their house where they have a campsite. And then Aina's going to make us nasi lemak in the morning, so we're just following them now.
Yep.
New friends! We didn't end up filming much at their house, but we had an amazing time where we hung out and we communicated via Google Translate and had an amazing time, and beautiful food cooked by Aina. Thank you so much. It was such a treat.
So, that's our first week in our van in Malaysia.
We haven't picked up the camera for a couple of days because we pulled into this amazing beach called Pantai Air Papan. That's how we've been calling it. I hope that is what it's called, which is just north of the town of Mersing. We've been here for 5 nights. In that time we have slept, worked, relaxed,
Enjoyed.
swam.
This is a great beach.
This is a great beach, and we highly recommend this as a camping spot. Not quite freedom camping though, because we did have to pay a small amount for the weekend nights that we stayed
peanuts.
here. Peanuts, exactly. Or ringgits even. Yeah, so what next, Darryl?
At the moment we're just going to drive north a little bit. We're going to head inland as well. We're going to do the main... Oh.
Save that till the next video.
Alright, we're going to go north and inland.
Yeah, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!